Weird. Okay, so kick isn't working. Okay, let's see. We need this. Grab this. Alright. Easy. Nice. Very nice. Got the first. Look at you. Alright. That's gonna go out. Now let me go post this over here. Okay, so let's put that there, grab this, jump down here. Okay, that looks like that is everything.
Just streaming all the time now, eh?
Yeah, totally.
Nice.
Oh, shit. At some point, I'll take a break, but it seems like every time I try to, there's always some shit I gotta do. So.
Fun.
Here I am. So what you up to this evening?
Just fucking hanging out. Playing some fucking Dying Light.
Nice.
Yep. Big bastard, eh?
Huh?
The boss.
Mm.
You know how long I've been waiting for this? Woo, I'm about to make a name for myself here.
I don't think you guys walk away from this.
You just make sure people know what happened here today. When you get out of here, you have a drink for me, yeah?
Yeah. Yep. I'll have a drink for you. Oh. Alright. Oh yeah, I forgot about the art. Fuck me. I could totally be using these as screenshots. Bruh. Alright, so yeah. Oh yeah, we're so freaking using these for thumbnails. Alright. That makes life a lot easier. Alright, so we're going to end up doing a story for a while, so we're basically just chilling while I work on other shit. But I need to clear through some of this, and yeah. We got to get to season 3 and do hard modes. Is hard mode done here? Okay, yeah. Season 1 hard mode is not done. Out of curiosity, what fucked me over here? Hello there, how's it going? You missed a lot of events? Yeah, no shit, I missed a lot of events. One of the best dark tanks in the entire game, so more than the speed strobe. Wow, that's crazy. Why did I fail this? One or more mages on the team. Okay. One or more healers on the team. Okay. Clear without any deaths. Bruh. One or more defenders on the team. Oh, you've got to be shitting me. Okay. I see what they're jerking off with over here. Let's do this. So we need a defender. Got a defender. Actually, I should. That's why you have 8 teams. Interesting. Alright, what was that? Hi, something amiss with my transfer. I did everything in accordance, but during the transfer process after the reinstallation of the game, it didn't offer the Asian 2 server, only global in Japan. Correct, because they've merged them into just those is what it looks like. Are you not able to... Because I'm almost wondering if that's what global 2 is. We can check the... That's exactly what Global 2 is the Asia server? Okay. There, Amitsu on Twitch gave the insight, so, okay, that is correct. Alright, fair enough. That's unfortunate. What the fuck, I'm early for the first time? Hell yeah. Hello there. Alright, let's see here. The mage on the team should work right here. Just run that. Alright, with the service transfer video done, we can delete that from my thing. Delete those items. It's unfortunately, but it does stop multi-box bots, which is crazy to think of, as this game is pretty easy to play. I don't see the reason why not to bot. I mean, I don't know if that would be the reason why I would say you don't have multiple. I have to re-download this app again. Then sheesh. Yeah, no problem. Hopefully that works out for you, Sarah. But you should have your account if you did the service transfer, and you have the code. That's the most important thing, that you have the code. Asia 1, 2, and Korea are merged to Global 2. Alright. Why is everybody...
Yeah.
Alright, there's the mage. Move on to the next. I copied and pinned the code in my phone. I had them send me an email if I forgot. So I took a hard screenshot of it and put it in the put it in my phone so that I had access to it. That's how I did it. And then just left a image of it also on my desktop, so I had it in 2 places. But hopefully that service transfer guide's gonna help people out. I should rebuild Dahlia. You should. You know, I mean, it was short and sweet. I mean, 20 minutes ain't really short, but basically just covering up what everything needed and explaining to people on how to and try to help people understand if they should or should not reroll. I mean, her evolved form.
Kind of wish I had time to play these gacha games, but I don't.
I mean, yeah.
I'm moving constantly, so I don't really have time. Like, if I'm sitting while I'm getting loaded or something, it's like 5 minutes. So it's just, I just scroll X or whatever.
Yeah, you don't. I'm trying to think what would be good for you in like a burst game.
Yeah, for mobile, I don't know, man. Like, I've been playing. I got Balatro on my phone, and
What
it's like
about
I can just pick it up, down the road or whatever.
what about Clash Royale? Because I'm pretty sure those matches are pretty quick. I mean, it's not the most fun thing in the world, but it is kind of a time killer. I remember that. Clash of Clans requires way too much brain power, though, so I wouldn't go there.
Yeah. No, I did Clash of Clans years ago.
Yeah.
I'm not gonna do that shit.
We're not gonna talk about the thousands of dollars I spent in that game.
I didn't spend thousands. I spent like, I don't know, maybe $20-$30 or whatever, and I was like, this is fucking dumb.
Oh, so unfortunately for me, it was me, my best friend, my best friend's brother, and then we were in his friend's clan, and there was all of us, and we were all going like hard in the paint in that game. So I mean, we all were spending.
Yeah, I was in a clan. A bunch of my buddies were playing, their wives and all that shit. Like, they had a whole fucking thing, and I was like, it's not for me.
It was fun until some of the newer people decided that some of the old farts weren't doing it right. And we were like, what? And then it just started getting inactive. People stopped attacking. We were just losing by like 2 or 3. And it was like, this is bullshit.
Right.
I
think it's more money, but like down the road, I've been considering getting a Steam Deck or something of the like, and then having like that Incursion Red River game. Like it's not online; you can play it offline or whatever.
Mm-hmm.
Just like do a match like that or something similar. Which that one has like longer like matches in between. So something with that I could just like pause in between or whatever.
Yeah.
There's a bunch of indie games. There's a bunch of side scroller games and stuff that I don't play on my PC, but like I don't know, I could get into those and have those on installed or whatever.
Okay. Like this one's not terrible for like shorter bursty stuff, but I don't know if it quite fits what. It's probably the least competitive of all the gachas that I could think of currently. Like, not one that you want to snap your phone on. Like, it's not like 7 Deadly Sins or Epic 7 where I could see you wanting to snap a phone because of some bullshit.
Yeah.
But AFK Journey's not terrible for something kind of fun to do. Hello there, how's it going? Especially with 7 Deadly Sins, oh my god, the game is character based, it's an RNG. Well, that's a money spender. Like, in order to play like any sort of decent competitive PvP in that, you've got to be a big spender. I remember one of my friends spending like $1,500, $2,000 on pulling Red Escanor, Kingdom Rush, or Balloons Tower Defense. Okay. Those are some interesting suggestions. Yeah, I mean, it's something. Did you say what? You got about 10 minutes? 5-10 minutes per unload?
Well, and that's the thing too. It's like, I just feel like I'm better off just like having a video playing on my phone. Like honestly, my phone's more of a video device at this point than anything else, and I don't know. Like I said, Balatro is, I think it's like the only game I have on my phone.
Okay.
I just don't like phone games much anymore.
King of Fighters 97 Ultimate Belt, the #1 tie player, quit the game because he was winning too much. And see, that's something that I always feel is I can't put myself in the person of being I'm always winning and only winning. I feel like that would be very boring. You can listen to the YouTube in the background? Okay. I mean, you could just download Vampire Survivor and fucking chill
I think I do have that. I think I do own that on my phone. I think I bought it and I think I refunded it.
No, it should be free on phones. I think it's free on mobile. It's just you have to pay for it on Steam.
I think I tried to buy it, but I didn't like the controls.
I could see that.
On my phone.
Without any deaths, have a healer. Alright, I should be able to do that. Surely. We'll find out. Alright. So right now, I'm going through my story mode. I noticed that this story wasn't 30 of 30, so I'm quickly cleaning that up. But I am doing story, trying to get up to season 2 complete, so that everything is unlocked currently for me in the game. Because I am missing the irregular extermination, so I'm trying to get that unlocked. And then, we're also just still brainstorming, the Ultimate Beginner's Handbook, in making sure that I get a good format for the, overall, series, so it's laid out properly and told in the right order. Because really, the way I look at that specific series is, you tell a story up to a certain point, and then it just becomes additive information after a certain point of, okay, you're now here, now work on this. You're now here, work on this. You're now here, work on this. Move forward. Because it requires fun strategies. Okay. I'm all for fun and interesting tech. What I'm not looking forward to is the gear building. And something that, I was talking about earlier today is, I think in a comment, is people need to one of the issues that people are going to realize with me, especially when you look at my account is paused in time. And I'm trying to catch up probably further than some of the community because of where I stopped. So I'm having to play catch up to get back to where I would be. But the gearing is going to be what's going to hold me back for a while, because that's pretty RNG based. And months of rolling for gear is missing currently. No, so it's not that it's okay, I think there is it's not that it's hard to get gear, it's that you need to understand the stages of how to get the gear. So I'll give you an example. Is my Stella. So we have ripped 2 pieces off of her at one point. But she was like too... Hold on. If I find the speed, I could probably tell you what she was. So she had speed set. And she had... I want to say she had... let's see here. Thank you for the follow. I appreciate it. What are we looking for? It's not the primary stat. Or was it? No. I've always hated this filter. Is it here? There we go. Okay, so if we can find the gloves. May I ask to zoom in on Twitch chat if possible? I can't read. Okay, let's work on that real quick. Hold on. Where'd it go? All right, hold on. It is, what actually is this? Look at settings. I may have to make the font bigger on the website. Let's see here. When it comes to Toon Grill, pain in the ass. Let's see here. I need to go to Streamlabs, chatbot. The hell you mean unauthorized? Yes, authorized.
You can't make your...
No, every time I try to stretch it, it just stretches the box. It doesn't actually, like, make the font bigger.
Oh, make the font bigger.
Yeah, so what we're going to do is we're going to take it from 16 to 24. Save settings. Kappa.
SD. Yeah, that's better.
All right. For the first time, probably ever in your life, you're gonna hear a streamer say just spam chat. So spam chat for a second, and let it fill up, and let's see if that's more legible. And it doesn't matter on whose side you're on because Twitch and YouTube are in there. So I'll do the same. Testes. That should be... Hello, world. Praise the sun. Awesome. So yeah, if that's easier to read, that works. Let me know. We can try changing the... we can try moving it from 24 to maybe like 28, but I don't know if we want to go too much bigger if it becomes like too annoying to read. Yeah, you can read it just fine. All right. All right, good. Because I had to set that up all on my own, I'm going to be real. But like for me, when I was working on building her, she was not on like some super crazy gear early on. Like she had like 5-star stuff, I think, and I think I still had her at like 280-ish. Yeah, no problem. I had her at like 280-ish speed for an opener, or that early on was really kind of stupid. And part of the trick is walking them up. Like, here's something like to show you where I was. We had a 12-speed helm randomly rolled, and it was a base level garbage piece of trash, but I still got 12 speed on it. And this is where like we were taking the steps to do it, to move forward. And that's where you can't just instantly rush to getting full sets of reds. And it's that process of going from kind of the greens and blues to mostly blues to some blues and reds to full red. Like, that's a transition that takes some time. And you need to know to not go to 0 to hero. But you shouldn't, from my understanding, you shouldn't need solid red to beat endgame content in this. It's, you just need the right stats, not perfectly rolled, but then when to be highly competitive and the top, that's where the full reds come in. Lose out on the passives. I mean, that is a little bit of a thing. I have a couple of tickets that will raise Mac's favor besides the Admiral chick. Does the game give a full favor for any characters? So, a few characters that you're going to kind of use over time that are going to pop out for you. If this is what you're asking, is there will be stages that's going to force you to use Veronica. It will literally tell you to use that. There's going to be a couple stages in the game that's going to force you to actually use silence. So that's where Dolly's going to come in. But if you have any 3-star that silences, it's that. But if you're talking about the max affinity of who it favors, then it comes down to, like, if you're talking about the trust level, Luna is probably going to be a early candidate, especially for new people who reroll for her. Because of the increases priority when hit. So, I mean, that's a pretty decent push. You're going to have characters like, where is she? For like another example of one that we used quite a bit because it was a big deal was Tio's exclusive equipment. This was a big deal. Trust, the being able to increase the priority of all attackers whenever she did her heal from the trigger of, I think this is her from her passive. That was a big deal. So that was basically a CR push. There are, let's see, for PvE content, I think Airs was pretty good. Increased accuracy for 2 turns, so we don't technically need that one. You don't technically need it. Let's see here. Eternals might be one that we wanted. Let's see. Yes, the grant gives and the extra turn was actually a really good one for this. So this is definitely one to look out for. As well as, I know Valentine's was a good one. You really just need to read them and look at each one and see, does this benefit what you're trying to do? If it doesn't really look that beneficial, skip it or ask specifically, does this character need this EE? And it's easier to kind of say than fishing through them, but several of them do kind of tell you, hey, I kind of need this one. Let's see here. Hey, Knight, quick question. Don't know if it was covered in the past streams. Does the choice between the 3 light supporters or dark supporters change starting units you should go for? So we haven't really covered it too much. I would say this. Depending on who you pick shouldn't really change what gets rolled out of this banner, because out of here you're more so when you're rolling out of here, this is more just to complete the account and complete teams. When you're picking off of this banner in a reroll, this determines kind of more who you're trying to set up with. For me specifically, I'm gonna actually go back to Luna on this one and work on her more. And then if you're talking specifically in this case of picking out of here, most people pick Ava out of this. It's because you have Hilde, Nilla, and Iota. Yes, I would still get many because you're going to need multiple colors. You're going to need multiple elements for multiple pieces of content. You won't be able to use them, but as a general team, that is actually going to carry you really far in the game for where you're at. I'm actually trying to catch up to that point because all those units released after I quit, so I've just pulled them and been working on building them up. But I do have them, and I am working on it. I'm coming out of using old tech catching up to where the information actually is. So those are all great units. So it depends on what you're wanting to do. I mean, and that's the unfortunate thing is this when it comes to PvE, content is very subjective unless the stage has a specific requirement of, do you have to do this? Free dark or a free light. So there's two things. So there's the ticket that you got for the service transfer, if that's where you're coming from. If you came from a service transfer, you have a full free ticket to pick from, but you're saying new player, which means you didn't. And then there is the festival where you get to pick one for free, and that's the one where most people are picking Ava from the Demiurge contract. This is the one I think most are going for. I'm more interested to know if there's an exclusive gear as a reward. No, there's not. There's no like straight rewards that are giving you exclusive equipments. It's all get friendship level 10. There is a character. It's for that character. So it's only character bound. It's not like you're going to get a story and then, hey, here's an exclusive. But there is a place where you can get another one of those full 10 tickets in your thing. Can I ask possibly if you're going to do a build guide or... So... We have an idea in the... go ahead and run a story stage while we talk about this. We do have a... mages... we do have the plan right now to talk about some of this, but it's probably going to be a little bit later. Right now, the current handbook is looking like this. Reroll guide already out. Actually, you know what? Screw it. Let me just bring it up, and that'll be way easier for y'all to see. There we go. Currently, that is the handbook as we are, as we're working on it right now. What I'm thinking is team building does need to be in there. So, I mean, it's like, I'm thinking if we're going to put it in, teams kind of... I don't know where exactly that's gonna fit in. I feel like it, looking at it, because teams are gonna come in to be more focused once you start getting towards like the special requests. At that point, that's where team building is really going to start taking off, because now you're having to have XYZ units leveled up to do the hunts. Now, thankfully, they give you the big clue on the big one you need, so you'll be leveling like Air, you'll be leveling Noah, you'll be leveling Eternal, you'll be leveling a lot of those. The Beth is the only one I'm not 100% sure on. I gotta go check out Beth's tech specifically for that special request, because I think that Beth is on the accessory one, which I never really did. So to do a like building guide on teams, it's more gonna be around the idea of each piece of content can kind of be done with different types of mentalities. The two teams you showed earlier today have been super clutch. Awesome. gliding through everything. And that's honestly what you should be. But that's the other part of it is, when it comes to, like team building, there's really going to be kind of like one team you're going to glide through, and then the rest is going to be what are you wanting to use or what are you leveling up. And I'll give you a reason why I say it like this is right now I am literally just putting down a it's the beginning is about putting your focus into 4 characters and getting them level 100. And the good news is because you're beginning of the game, you are at if you're like we're gonna assume reroll, okay? If that's the case, you have Luna, so if you went that route or whatever demiurge unit you got off of that unit is getting leveled up. Then you're going to be using 3 units, or well, okay, so actually if we take this out to the full idea, you would be using the banner unit for the demiurge banner. Then you'd be using your new player summons, which would be either Ren or Ame, would be an AoE that you would be using. So Ren's great early game, Ame's great early game. And then you would have your banners that you've pulled so that you can do more damage. You're probably using Valentine or Scotty, depending on what you're doing. If you're going to be going into fighting the Chimera, you'll be using Valentine probably more than Scotty in the beginning because of elemental advantage. It would be... So you'd want to like have Valentine pulled. You would use probably something like Nella until you get Ava, and then once you get Ava, then you're just gonna be blasting story for a while, and you're gonna be putting all your resources into these 4 characters, and then you're gonna get them to 100, and then you're gonna start working on your hunts and pushing them with those leveled characters because you'll use the non-proper team to get the characters probably unlocked. And then after that, you'll be dialing in the teams to actually do the, like, 6 through 13 climb. I don't know if it impacts choices or recommendations by yourself. So it doesn't necessarily... I wouldn't say that it impacts or not. It's more about being efficient because as a new player, one of the harder things to do is hit the level 100 stat because you're not getting the red food as fast. So that's more where it's just you're focusing on leveling the character first. Not that you need 100s for the beginning of the like gear grind, but it's trying to get into that fast enough so that you can unlock Noah, so that you can unlock Air, so you can unlock Eternal. If you get those, then that unlocks a lot of your game in general. Then it just comes down to how did the banner treat you on when you're pulling off on those tickets. That's really what it amounts to. Did the tickets treat you well? So as far as like putting a team guide in, it's like I kind of trying to struggle where to put it in here. Because if I'm looking at this from a course aspect, you're following a player's progression from the moment they summon onward. But the way the guide works is like you never stop playing the game. It's always running, okay? So let's look at it from this. You start at the reroll, okay? So we reroll. What are we trying to do? We're trying to get the characters. So we obtain characters in this video. Now, this video is going to give you a TLDR of where you're going, where you're headed, and what are you trying to achieve now that you've just finished. So now, think about this. You've done your reroll, now you're sitting there. What's your next question? What's next? That's this video. This video now sets up, is now to set up where you need to go, what are you chasing, what are your current goals for the next few hours. That's what this video is about. Then we jump into joining a guild, because as soon as you're done with the reroll, you can do whatever you want instantaneously in this. This is something that can be done the moment you're finished. So now there's some buffs that are there, and I mean, it is going to be open, and I mean, it is open. If there is anybody that is on global, the global one, and wants to be in my guild, it is available. I just haven't fully like opened it up, and you know, you guys, if you want to be in it before we open it up to a video, because I mean, it's going to be first come, first serve. Y'all are welcome to, if y'all want to join it, you can. But at that point, I'll open it up to anybody in that video who wants to join. We'll have a guild there. And of course, obviously, the usual rules of if you go AFK so many days, we're going to have to kick you, because there's probably somebody in a comment needing a guild at that point. And that's how we did. I'll join up when you open it up, because I told you before, it's just me and the other guy in the guild I'm currently in. All right, if you want to go ahead and join, we did get Zeph in already, so I'll go ahead and give you guys the so it'll be, that's fine, no worries. Yeah, I mean, it's brand new. Well, it's not brand new, it's leveled. But you guys let me know, and we'll keep you guys updated. But it's Plot Hunter spelled like that. So it's first come, first join, and we'll be able to get you guys in if you are on global. Also, I watched past streams where you were unsure what to talk about with joining a guild. I read somewhere that you can get free units and other units. Okay, so that is actually something. So that was, I was trying to figure out how to do that, because I'll explain it to y'all briefly so that it makes sense. In the original Ultimate Beginner's Handbook for Epic 7, guilds were a very big deal. And that's because of Guild Wars. Guild Wars were a massive content sink in Epic 7. So there was constantly guild versus guild type content where you were having to fight, but you needed to know how to use that system. There was also a donation system where you were trading currencies to each other to earn currencies to buy certain things. However, in this guild, it's a little more relaxed from what we are looking at. Let me mute this so that y'all actually can see what's going on. So, like I said, here's the guild. Let me know. We've got, I'll see you guys here and we'll get you in. It's currently 3. I think I have 27 slots available as of tonight. And I think I can technically upgrade the guild. We now have 37 slots available. So the guild has a couple different things. There's a buff that you can come get daily once once the guild boss has been activated. There'll be a buff here that you can get. So that's cool. You have the guild board, which is where you earn your currency, and then you have the guild raid over here. This is where you'll do your this is where you have your this is where you do the content to get the buff. And this is guild based, and you can kill different bosses as long as they don't rework it. That's pretty much how it went. Then you have the monolith, which is something on my end that gives stuff to you all. We maxed out this so that we have 40 members. We have up to 2 officers. Our guild shop is level 5. We don't have the exploration or bravery, but we do have the reduced costs for crafting gear, which actually was a big deal back when we were originally playing. And as we get in, we can level this stuff up. I'll join in 24 after the timer expires. Great. Just let me know, and we'll get you guys in. Like I said, I don't plan on filling 37 slots tonight. So don't feel like you will miss out. Unless 37 people right now try to jump in, then we will have to make sure we write down who said I want to join first. Then I will make sure we do that. All right. Then you have shops, which is where you can buy some of the daily currencies. And you are correct. You can technically get units out of here, but it is very subjective. And here's why. So you do get 3-star hero pieces. You can purchase 5 of these a week. So you can get 50 pieces a week from this. And you can only get Dahlia, Air, Ame, Ellipsian, and Dracon from this guild selection. For 300 currency that you personally earn, I don't think you're going to be able to get that. You sent a request? All right, let me get you guys in. Manage guild, status, waiting to join. Okay, since I don't know who that is, if that is you in chat, let me know, because it's not an actual name. Before I just randomly pop somebody, so if that's one of y'all, let me know. If not, I'll just leave it there, in case it was somebody from earlier in stream. Awesome. Cool. And we have somebody who didn't remove their... somebody hasn't removed their tag yet. Shame. Shame. I'm just kidding. Y'all don't have to actually remove those. I get it. It's 300 Aether. Outerpedia site you posted in a past stream, and it didn't say anything about shard pieces, so that explains a lot. That was Arax. Awesome. Yo! Angel and his buddies, thank you so much for the tier 1 sub. I greatly appreciate that. I'll change your name. Oh, so that is you? I just want to make sure that's you before I accept it in. Let's get some plots in chat over here on Twitch. Dude, thank you so much for that. You did not have to do that. For 3 months. Wow, that's awesome. But seriously, yep, that's you. All right, I will accept it now. Yeah, that just normally means I'm a new account, and I don't want people to randomly do that and not be, like, and it not be somebody that was trying to get in. Because that is, I think, technically possible, because if you come in as a new player, there is a list of people that you can join, and mine is visible. You can see it, but I have it as accept, so this way people don't just flood in. You can get the 300 Aether back when you change the name. All right. Also, you get 300, I think, for linking an account if y'all have never linked your account. So the guild has less to do than Epic 7's guild. It's still important, but it wasn't like content-defining stuff like Guild Wars were, where you literally had to go in and you had to know how to fight. You had to know how to take a tower, how to plan out your attacks, and that was part of the joining a guild video, which is why it was like 45 minutes. Done. Hey, all right. Good. Awesome. I try to support streamers that are kind and helpful to me. Hey, I really appreciate it, though. Seriously. That does mean a lot. So, that's why I said I wasn't sure on how to do the guild video, is because there is a lot less. But, I mean, even then, I'm pretty sure you can get, like, a 15-minute explanation
to explain to a new player what a guild is, how to join it, and why you do need to be in here, because there are benefits. You do get stuff, you do get progression out of it. It's not just a complete social thing. It's not as core defining as, say, Epic 7's, where it was you had an artifact shop, you had a currency shop you could get in, the content physically of just participating in the PvP battles, how to set up towers and defense, knowing when to attack, not being an idiot and attacking things you shouldn't be attacking. Had a lot of that happen. But that's why we want to eventually make this video and make it make sense for people. So we go to joining a guild. We got that. That's easy. Then we want to do, let's actually just crop this and make this a little bit narrower, like, yay. Maybe some extra minutes recommending is worth getting your guild currency and what kind of steer when it looks tempting. Yeah, that's actually probably a good idea. Not gonna lie, because if you look at it from this, there's some stuff that I just don't waste my currency on. Like, I don't waste my currency on this because I was never earning enough per week to get this, to justify it. I always wanted to make sure because, okay, for us, in the first 6 months, books were abysmal to get. Like, they've made it better. They made it better. But books were a royal pain in the ass to get. And it didn't matter if it was a green book, a blue book, or a red book. They were all a pain in the ass to get. So any chance you had to buy one of these was a massive deal. So for me, it became, I would do anything. I would hoard my currency just to make sure I could guarantee buy my books weekly. So that I could be able to increase my skills better. Dailies. I mean, most of this stuff you could honestly probably buy at this point, and it's extra stuff to you. It's an upgrade chest, it's random upgrade stones. It's not terrible, it's just, do you want to spend 45 currency on it? You have the daily epic equipment chest. You get, obtain 3 epic quality presets, and it's like, for your, trust level. So, that's kind of good, especially if you're trying to level somebody up. I mean, that's worth buying because you're going to always need trust on somebody. EXP, honestly, I'm not going to piss 50 away on that because I earn more reds than anything else. So it's like, for me, I wouldn't do that. And then this is guild supplies, which is stuff that I buy for you guys, which is kind of like the, because it's actually going to reset here in a few minutes, so I might as well buy some stuff for y'all. Send those out, because I think some of you are going to miss this, but, like, that is very helpful. So that's where I was hesitant to make a guild video, but the more I looked at it, the more I'm like, okay, I can kind of squeeze this in. All right, so you join a guild. So the next thing up that a player is going to be looking at, yeah, I got to a point where I was keeping up with most everything I needed to do, just from leveling my units properly when I skipped, ticketed anything, and did my hunts daily. I didn't need to do that. All right, so next up in a player coming out is challenges. Let me go back to story and continue smacking on it while we chat here, because I need to keep this going. Healers on my team. All right. So you come out immediately into challenges, but you don't get everything. So that kind of needs to just give you an overview. So my idea for challenges is it's the TLDR. all you're going to have access to is EXP stuff. So it's like, here you go. Here's challenges. Congrats. Now here's what you're aiming for and why. These are going to be your milestones. This is where you're going to need to go. We'll talk about the actual details later as you unlock them. And that's kind of the idea here with the list is as they unlock, you start getting the next thing. Then base building comes up, which is the facilities. So building up your base, that kind of comes next. That makes sense in the progression because that'll be the next thing that unlocks in your progression as you play before you get anything else. And then immediately after that, you get event stories unlocked. We explain those and why you need to do them and kind of what you need to buy from them. Also, why there's two normally running. Then you go into PvP-ness. And Arena finally unlocks, and, you know, doing your, at least at the minimum, do your 5 normal, you do your 5 attack sweep, and even showing that getting to gold isn't that big a deal. You can literally auto up to gold, no problems. So teaching somebody about getting into Arena, that even if you hate PvP, it's not that bad. So teaching them about that. Then Archdemon Ruins, talk about charms, why they're important. One thing that I heavily didn't do early on, but early on they weren't that important because we were still trying to get so much other stuff. So let's see. Yeah, I'm only waiting for a reroll. I may join the guild. That's fine if you don't want to. If you got, and that's the thing. If you've got other friends that are playing, go join them. You don't have to come over here. I always want that to be. I always want that to be known. Join your friends. You don't ever feel forced like you got to come here too. I know Epic 7 caused issues, but Outerplane seems to be honestly better. Yes. Outerplane needs some fixing. I'm not going to say they're completely out of the woods on stuff they need to fix. But what excites me enough is seeing the devs honestly trying to change the game. Okay? That's a big deal. That means they see that there's issues and they want to make sure the game does not EOS, which is why they did the server merge. Or not the server merge, but the server transfer. They got it away from Smilegate, who did not care. Now, they're working together with VA Games and Major 9 VA Games is now working with Major 9 to make sure that this game succeeds. So now they're seeing ads, now they're putting stuff out, they're actually trying to do what wasn't done. And that's really good here. Because that means things are going to change, and sometimes they may not change for what we think we want. You have to think, too, there is a creative mind behind it. The devs did have originally a vision for it, and they're going to try to produce that. And that's where Major 9 is going to try to help them achieve that vision. So they may go against it, but we also need to have a voice out there of what does and does not need to change. Like, I think one of the biggest things that I'm going to roast them on for a while is going to be that gear menu. That's one that absolutely is abysmal and sucks. It needs to be overhauled. It needs to be cleaner. Way cleaner than that. And Epic 7 honestly had a kind of clean idea. There's other games out there that have pretty clean gearing menus. So stuff like that. So like that, there's the I want to have a visual representation of who I have transcended and how far are they. That needs to be up on my characters right away, so I know which characters I need to farm. But that can come into a bazillion different ways. They talked about Awakening, which scares the shit out of me, because that can go so many different ways when you start talking about Awakening. You can fight bots all the way up to Platinum. Yes, you can, which is actually kind of chill. Basically, it's giving the game new companies an honor chance because they aren't Scamgate. Exactly. Does Smilegate still own Outerplane IP? No, Smilegate did not actually own it. It was, from what I understand, VA Games is the actual creator of the game. The publisher, which put a lot, I think the backer was Smilegate for it. That's where it became their thing. But from my understanding, I think it's VA Games was the original setup. They published it, but they had the control over it because I think they were taking the risk. And now Major 9 is the new publisher helping them put the game out. So it should be VA Games is the original from the way I'm following the story. Because, like, we'll shit on Smilegate all along because it's actually super creative, created Epic 7, but Smilegate does all of the control. So, keep that in mind. And also, anything that Smilegate gets involved of, just remember, is the old head of Netmarble, and we all know how Netmarble games are. All right.
That's stupid. Just fucking build another one.
So we can now go back to using this bullshit until we have a stage that ends up not doing anything. All right, so we do Arc Demon Ruins. Arc Demon Ruins here is really good because it's going to get you charms, get you out there, start understanding that you do need to do the content, and there's a lot of it that you have to push through to get there. Promotional and Transcendative Units is teaching you, basically, this is how to level up units. And the understanding of the book system, where that falls in, how to promote, to understand the secret sauce of skip ticketing lower level units, to making sure you're doing your EXP farms, to where to promote them, how to transcend, and this will also cover I think, Doppelganger as well. Also, just want to say it was nice to see you excited about a game again like this. I remember when you were still doing E7 stuff, it was always upset, and now you're having a twinkle in your eye again. Epic 7 definitely got under my skin, and if y'all have hung around long enough, you understand. Not only was it the community inside my guilds got my blood boiling, the game devs themselves got my blood boiling. It wasn't necessarily that I was not enjoying the game itself, because I will still say to this day, there's a lot about Epic 7 I like. I don't like what the company is doing to it, because they refuse to do the things necessary to make it better. And then just life also was getting way too busy, and I had to let it go. I thought the Netmarble guy got fired a while back. That's news to me, because last I heard, he's still working for Smilegate. If he got fired, then hell yeah, I'm all for it. Not that we should really be celebrating somebody getting fired, but let's be real. Anything this man touched goes to shit, and you can go look at any Netmarble game and follow his trail, and they all went to shit. After the Awaken potential fiasco, the 7-star stuff. Okay, listen. That Awakening is not more what I'm talking about. There's another type of Awakening, which is, that's the stars on top type of thing. So where we had the 6-star, stats that were being added on top, that is something that I almost wish we had here as the visual representation for Transcendence, because that's kind of what that is. That was kind of Awakening, honestly. Angel Gaming, thank you for subscribing. At the risk of upsetting you, I apologize for the past between you and I. I was an idiot back then. I allowed a lot of others to influence my choices. No excuse regardless. In the end, you were right. And that's understandable. No, like I said, Epic 7 was a Epic 7 was a trying to think of the best way to put it. Epic 7 got out of control, especially with the community aspects for things that how do I want to put this? It makes things hard when people say shit and it clearly isn't right. And there was a lot of stuff that went on that twisted what I had said or went beyond what I had said or just plain out assumed things that weren't true, and it was far from the fact. Plus, like I say, you stack everything on top of it, and it made Epic 7 absolutely miserable. Because I was dealing with the YouTube shit. I was dealing with the other streamer shit. I was dealing with 5 guilds literally fucking imploding on me. I was dealing with trying to work on a project on the outside. I was trying to do the YouTube thing on top of that. I was working on a lot of stuff, and then you bring in the dev note stuff where we were constantly covering that, trying to make the game better, and it created a perfect storm of me just saying fuck it. That's really what it came down to. Because it takes a lot to finally get me to just to walk away, and that was the cleanest way to do it, is just walk away. And then over time, it just got to the point of seeing the direction of the game with everything else going on. It was so hard to want to do anything because it was like, this is never going to change. Why do I want to keep doing my rant video once every, week and a half, 2 weeks, every 8 weeks on a balance patch for people doing fucking stupid shit in the balance patches? Like, it was clear you were going to try to go somewhere, but it never went there. So, like I said, at this point, I just kind of have to let it go past because that's been 3 years ago, and I've already got enough gray hairs. I don't want to fucking deal with that shit anymore. It's a learning lesson, and it's why I'm being careful this time, and also why I'm not creating 5 guilds for this game. I swear, not a single damn one of you is going to convince me to make 5 guilds for this. The videos got more and more ranty, and it was an unfortunate thing. It wasn't because I wanted to. It's not that I went in to literally shit on the game. I went in hoping for change. I'm sorry about MILF Hunter. Yeah, that one still bugged me for a while, having all that shit go down. But at this point, I can't actually, looking at it now, it's a game. It's been 3 years, and I've got other shit to worry about. I really do at this point. I got more important things that cause time and stress and all that shit that need to have attention. So at this point, I let it go. Proof of Destiny? That's a great question. What is Proof of Destiny? Take responsibility for that. Like I said, I allowed too many whispers in my ear. No, I appreciate that. Bad manage at sour community and zero transparency devs not listening to the good of the community. And also, I mean, like I said, you have to think too. I had 4 streamers breathing down my neck that was corrupting the community, and I was having them come back and talk shit to me. And so I was having to deal with that shit every day, to the point I had to set up the Discord a certain way just to prevent raids from where people were coming in trying to shit talk me. I literally was getting raided in my Discord, spouting all sorts of things you can't actually say, and I had to create the Discord a certain way to prevent that shit from happening. Like, that's how toxic it eventually got. Like, when some of these little shits get deep, fuck. Alright, let's find out the Proof of Destiny thing, because I actually don't remember. Proof of Destiny Outer Play. Yeah, no, seriously. I got raided, I think, 3 times. So that is for the Isle thing, and I don't have access to it right now. That's what I'm actually working towards trying to get right now, is getting there. So that is going to be a Isle piece of content. I'll let you know when I get there. But yeah, people really don't have people have too much time on their hand, and they don't realize that, you know, I really tried to be the voice of what I was, you know, be the louder voice of what was literally being reciprocated to me. People wanted to have certain things. People wanted to see certain things. We also wanted fair balance. We also understand balance. We're trying to develop, working on a, trying to work on a game idea myself. I understand that everything has a vicious circle, but you gotta have it balanced, you gotta have it fair, and everything's gotta have a counter. They were not like that. They very much did not care for that. Speed is king, and it always will be there. Every unit can be built off of it, and that's not balance, which is unfortunate. So, thankfully, it was never that bad for me specifically. It was more so of the streamers were constantly causing enough shit between what we were doing that I was constantly having to ban people. They were spreading they were saying that I was a blight and a toxic piece of trash for the community, that I was basically, because I was able to disassemble everything that they were talking about with fact and proof. They did not like that I was going against the thing that they had been preaching and talking for so many years, and it bit back harder on them. Hello there, welcome. That's really unfortunate. Welcome in. I'm saying that as a cleaver, so I love speed, going first, etc. But there has to be some balance. Exactly. There is always a balance, and it's not there. And we could go on and on and on about that. I made a whole 50-minute video. Actually, it might have been an hour and 50-minute video where I went over and I talked about all the gear and how to fix it. And it could be done really easily. And you could completely balance that game. Just wondering about when to farm gear. Gear farming kind of comes in I'll say as intervals, okay? So, as a newer player, if we just jump over here to challenges real quick. So, as a brand new player, your mission is going to be trying to unlock the 6 characters out of the ecology and identification. You're going to be trying to unlock these because specifically Noah, Aether, or Noah, Eternal, and Air are god tier units that you're going to want to have that you're going to want to have on your team. Not that Kappa and Beth aren't bad, but those... Air is a great, just overall damage-dealing unit. Noah's like an absolute colorblind monster that should technically be nerfed, but she's not. And Eternal's a great debuffer. So, like, getting access to these early on. So just doing hunts in general, enough to unlock these is like your first kind of step. So you have to kind of do whatever it takes there. So then after that, it's about honestly checking how far your account is growing and leveling up. You'll probably spend more time leveling characters and building them up than you will be grinding for gear in the beginning, because they will be handing out like 3-star gear, 4-star gear. You'll start getting into, you'll be having to check, honestly, working your way up, because you're going to have to start with Chimera is going to be the place you'll really need to start, and working your way up stage by stage. Your goal is really trying to get into stage 9. And I know it feels weird and feels bad, but stage 9 is really such a make or break thing for you as a player, because it's the first shot you're going to see at getting 6-star gear. But the 5-star gear there is good to be able to start using as stepping stones, like not like super leveled up. Like, we're not talking like, don't go like degen leveling this up, but enough to kind of get you going, to get you to that next step, which is going to get you into stage 10. Once you get to stage 10, then it's all 6-star gear. So getting to 6-star at stage 10 is about just, it's how well are your units leveled up? Do you have the right composition? Do you have decent gear with decent stats? Are you meeting the minimum requirements? Are you getting 50% crit? Are you using Valentine? You know, it's about things, but with all the other stuff given to you, you should be able to get to stage 10 pretty early on. And then it's just doing your dailies, working on it, because this will drain energy very, very quickly. This is a big energy sink. So it's, have you done the other things? Yes or no? If you haven't, this is normally where I finished my energy off every day, was doing hunts. Can you blink the strength scale in this game? I don't see it in character skill. I don't understand it at all. All right, I can say this. The strength is going to be a little hard to see because of the layers that are put into it. I will give you an example for... Is my air geared? Yes. Okay, so my air is currently geared. Look at it like this. So, for where I'm at and where she is in the game, you have to think about speeds. So, each unit has a specific speed, and you will need to speed tune. I actually have forgotten the distance, and I'll have to keep testing it. But I used to have the exact number that would not lap or cause a speed RNG. I know Epic 7, it was 11 speed difference. They wouldn't lap each other. Or they wouldn't speed RNG each other. But here I don't know the exact number, but there were certain things that you did need to speed tune to make Unit A go to before Unit B, before Unit C, before Unit D. As far as the actual power, where you're looking at is you're looking at your attack set. Typically, depending on where you're at, between 3,000 and 4,000 attack is really good, depending on the unit. If it's a defense unit, there are defense scaling units, so you do need to read the skills. They will say. There's also HP scaling ones, and there actually is, I think, a speed one. Crit chance needs to be at the minimum of 50 if you're using a crit chance buffing character. You need 50% or it's a 50-50 crit. Do not take it as a 90% chance, because if we play RNG games, chat, you should know it is a 50-50. Either it goes or it doesn't. So if you're not 50, it's 0. So you have a 50% chance. Crit damage, anything over like 225 early is good. Moving up into 250 is better. Then eventually you'll want to see the 300s when you start getting into really great gear. Accuracy matters a little bit in PvE, but it matters far more in PvP. Evasion, just freaking ignore it completely for PvE. PvP, that's a stat you'll need to look at. Effectiveness, I don't remember the effectiveness barrier is I don't remember what it is, but I know it is more than the base that the unit gets. So you do have to put some effectiveness. I think I was shooting for debuffers around 200 effectiveness. Resilience also doesn't really matter in PvE. For the most part, that's more of a PvP thing. The best way to tell is to go to skills and make sure that it says of the attack or whatever. If it doesn't directly say of the HP, of the defense, that normally will tell you, do you need HP or defense on the character? As far as telling like who is strong, who is not strong, a lot of the units in the game are actually usable depending on what they do. As an example, I think she has, I think she actually says, hold on. One of them says, I don't remember who it is, but one of these says, with their HP. Is it Stella? And it doesn't mean you full send into it. No, it's not her. Or is it? One of these units says base, yeah, here it is. Caster's max HP. So this one where it is going to scale off of that. So you do have that to look at when building units. When will you make a team guide for bosses? So that's going to slightly show up. Most likely we're going to talk about it in brief. In the special requests video is where I'm aiming for, to specifically talk about the major hunts so that you have kind of like bare minimums or at least roughly where to go. As far as like general content, that's going to be just spread everywhere. It's kind of what do you have and what is the requirement of the stage. Some of the tower stages literally tell you what you need to use. One stage will say, we'll need to, you need to silence this or you're going to get, smacked. It's going to be stuff like that. Like you'll have to have some of those, you'll have to have some of that type of information to know, okay, I need to bring somebody with silence. Who has silence? There's a few units in there. Like Dolly is a silence unit, and it'll tell you, if you need to use that. I'm overwhelmed with the amount of different gear sets in the game. I will have to say this is definitely a game that has quite a lot. But thankfully for most people, here's all you need to know. This set right here. Come in here and grab this. This has pretty much everything you need for the main base of the game. Either counter, speed, or crit. Now, I know there's some others that are now in here that are very interesting, like immunity, swiftness, weakness, and stuff like this. Like, there are more now that are in here that are great for, like, added addition type stuff, but most, from what I understand, are still going to follow some of the bases of at least having the 2 set from this. So everybody grinding Chimera is going to be pretty good. We did a little bit back in the day of the Guardian for the attack set, but I think we ended up finding out that the crit damage set would do more damage than the attack set, especially if you could scale the crit damage high enough. Yep. 99.8% is 50-50 crit chance. Exactly. Hi there. I watched your newbie guide and got, thank you for that. Back then, I just vibed with the game, and now that I'm back after a year, I love your guide and waiting for more of them. Thank you so much. I really appreciate that. Hopefully, we can keep the series going, make it everything. I was not expecting the turnout that ended up showing up for... That was a huge surprise to me. I was expecting like maybe 100 viewers on that video, and then all of a sudden I come back and it's like 800 viewers. I'm like, what the hell? So yeah, now I'm working on trying to get it all lined up and going. Kairon, Kappa, base defense. Okay, or cannon and thank you. Okay, very detailed. Thank you very much. Thank you very much. And my team, should I max out Luna and Ava first in your opinion? So when is reset for your time, your UK? Reset will be in 40 minutes for me. On global, it'll be in 40 minutes. you should probably not look... Okay, so the best way to do this is stair-stepping. So let's look at it in a team setup real quick. This will be easier to explain it. So what I did when I was playing, I did this. So we'll just use Dahlia as an example. So Dahlia is set up to, I would put 10 levels in higher because she would be the damage carrying, she'd be like the damage carrying unit. Actually, even though here it technically should be Noah. Okay, this is a bad team to use. Here we go. Still a bad team to use. I need a team that I can do this with. Actually, here. This'll work out great. This'll work out great. Okay. So, here. The first unit you would level up here would be, like, Noah. You would take her up to, like, level whatever when you first start. Whatever you have goes all into her. Because, honestly, she's going to be your carry. As long as she does damage, everything dies early on. As the other three are going to level up natively. Now, as the next day or two progresses, you're going to start evening them out, and you're going to keep them all around the same level. But the first initial drop goes into your DPS carry. And then from there on out, you're leveling these group together as you get your EXP from your daily farming will go into this. And then eventually you'll start hard sending just one unit all the way up, is how you'll normally track it. Then as far as books go by directly what does the unit tell you to do in skills. So you're going to be chasing, like with her, because she only uses her one skill, you have to max this out. But at day one, first thing you do, you'd be wanting to level it up to level 2, because that's all you're going to have the books for, because you want the weakness gauge reduction. Then, here, you're going to be trying to get, again, the first skill, because it has weakness reduction. Everything else doesn't matter, and that's bonus points for where you're at. But by getting those extra 2 weakness point gauge reductions helps you get the boss down faster. Then you want to look at characters with cooldowns. Do your characters have cooldowns? And you want to chase those typically first, because that helps keep the rotation up. And there are... what am I doing? I clicked something, I don't even know what I clicked. Pog. Oh, we were starting this. Okay. So, it doesn't necessarily mean a bad thing if you, like, fully level up Luna all the way. That's not necessarily saying that's the wrong way to do it. It's just saying that in your case, if you're going like Ava and Luna as a new player, leveling those up isn't bad, but you want to try to keep it spread out to keep them moving up, because you don't want one dying off earlier, because you kind of want the team to stay alive. And that's where basic gear, just throwing shit on them to get stats on them, is far better than having nothing on them. Let's see here. Akami and Ben, thank you so much for the follows and the subscription. I really appreciate it. Can you quickly explain chain link, like specific combos to maximize the chain? I slammed all my books into Air and Eternal, and I'm all in on Chimera. And that's honestly smart, because, I mean, that's 80% of the damage right there is coming from those two. Okay, so I'll explain chain link here. So, for those of you who are wondering, I'm going to turn my camera off so that my big fat head gets out of the way for a moment, so you don't have to look at this ugly mug. Okay, so when it comes to the chain link, this is going to depend on the content for the most part, but usually it will follow this kind of thought process with any team you do. You have teams that are starter exclusives, you have companions, and you have finisher exclusives. What this means is this unit needs to always be the first unit off in the chain, because it's going to give you the exclusive bonus for that. Companions are ones that can go anywhere, whether that be if you don't have a finisher exclusive, they can go anywhere. And their skill will be given based off of this, meaning they will still provide a buff no matter where they are at. I believe that's how it works. Yes, the companion works no matter where they are. The finisher exclusive, like right here with Ame, is disabled. She's not going to be able to use her chain passive in this. She will still do something, but you're not going to get this bonus up here. And then for Noah, she will give you the bonus here. Being in the finisher exclusive spot. Now, what these do together is they are going to reduce the weakness gauge by 4, 8, 12, 17 points with this chain combo. So you're going to lose 17 points instantaneously with this weakness gauge. Now, again, this goes up based on how you've leveled up your characters. But with where mine are leveled up, right now, I would take 17 points off the weakness gauge when we hit the chain link. Now, here's the other part about this, is there are times where you will or will not use the chain link, by the way. There will be times where it's better for you to just constantly burn your AP and never use this. But for the most part, at least I think now, you'll use your chain link, I think, on auto. But there was occasionally a few things where we did not use it, or we used it at very specific points to guarantee that we made it to a phase or whatever. But most of the game, it's on auto. All right, clear without any deaths. Roger. So yeah, Luna is my DPS, I get you. Yep, that's kind of the best way to do it. All right, let's put this back on. But there's a difference too, is because I got to look at this from where a new player is today versus where they were when we started, because it's two totally different things now. We've got a lot of new units that you didn't have. We have, I mean, honestly, just the fact that you guys can use all 3 stars now, day 1, is ridiculous. And you've got some that are actually OP very easily. I think I need a healer for this. Using Eternal Air, Valentine, Ava. That works. Yeah, I need a healer for this. Yep, we lost it right at the end. We need a healer. Okay. I got 16 3 stars day 1. That's huge. It's all the best damage, all the standard. Yeah, I mean, and that's huge. That's really... That's massive. Like, we did not have that kind of sauce in the beginning. That should beat it. Your day 1 too. Okay, so you kind of remember that. Wait. You got 16 3-stars day 1? There weren't 16 3-stars day 1. It was Valentine, Ame, Ren, Veronica, Eternal was the new banner unit, Noah, they're the healer chick. I'm trying to think of her name. Yeah. Okay. I was gonna say because there wasn't 16. My brain's like, huh? No, there weren't that many units when we first started. On my first day, with a free summons. Yeah. Okay. Good. Okay. Yeah. Okay. I'm caught up. But yeah, day 1 of playing. That's really good. Yeah, I mean, I got 19 was the best I pulled off. And I still had like 8 or 9 more to go. So I would say you got really lucky if you got most all of them. Which is great. You got cocked. That's so sad. I mean, Cannon's still good, so you got a good unit. It's just, it sucks that it's not a Demi. All right, where is the 10:15? All right, we got a ways to go. You even managed to pull 2 Demiurge Lunas in 1 multi. That's when I got mine. That's exactly how I got mine. Zeph was like, "What the fuck, dude?" I'm like, let's not talk about it. Just randomly happened. It fell into my lap. Yeah, we'll rock with this. Hey, that's not bad. Can I turn on the game sounds? Oh, did the game sounds cut off? Hold on. That's a bug that happens with Meld. Give me a second. Let me get out of this. Because the game sounds are actually there. It's not, Meld isn't picking them up.
So let's see. All right, we need to bring something else up. All right, let's get out of this stage. We'll let this one beat, and then I'll change games real quick. I think I know when it bugged out, and I should have fixed it then. Because the cool thing is, with Meld Studio, it allows me to have each thing separated because of how it picks up the application. But once it bugs out, it's kind of trash when it does this. Let's see. If I just reselect the main account. There it is. It should be back, actually.
You maggots.
And that's a bug. Y'all just have to let me know when it shows up, because 1 minute it's there, 1 minute it's gone. The idea of my team is 1 tank, 1 healer, 1 main DPS, sub DPS apiece. So eventually you'll end up just using like a buffer, a debuffer, and 2 DPS to clear most story, which is kind of what we're doing here. I've got a buffer. I'm using a healer, actually, though, for shits and giggles, because it's got a dual attack, so I'm pulling her. I'm debuffing, and she does damage, so these are kind of, like, doing my damage for me. But to get to the irregular extermination, that's gonna be 10-15 is gonna take me a while. I don't think I'm getting that tonight.
Our time together is precious, so I'll wrap this up fast.
Yeah, we came back trying to grind out story tonight.
Firing my shot.
All right.
The underworld is my home, and my side
So
is the Reapers. May death equalize all. Hellfire, incinerate my enemies. It's time to end
this. Actually, let's do it like this. Put it below the chat.
Firing my shot.
Put it over here.
Crawl, insect. Prepare yourself.
Like that. I'm gonna head out. Thanks for the info. Look forward to
The heart
more
of
guys. Hey,
winter
not a problem. Good luck with the rest of your day.
cold as
Appreciate it.
ice.
Oh wait, that whites out your chat. Y'all can't see that. Screw it. We'll put it back here.
As you wish. Small
But good luck on the rest of your day. Appreciate it.
Clear crawl, insect.
So team building.
Nuisance. Shattered to pieces.
We did a who to pull for video in the Ultimate Beginner's Guide. So we'll look at maybe doing that here. I just need to figure out where to put it for. Let's see. We've got events. We've got the guild.
Your existence aggravates me.
We want
Disgusting.
to look at.
Rapid fire. This is it. Eliminating enemies. I will take their head. It's called death.
Okay.
and it'll be your sanctuary,
We'll do that.
Because nobody lives forever. Hellfire, incinerate my enemies.
I'm also not running it as fast as I could.
We have
Eliminating enemies. Nuisance.
I think that's how you spell it.
I'm taking your life. Prepare yourself. Who should I shoot first? As you wish. Time to take a bow. See ya! Crawl! Insult! Moonlight distilled into icicle arrows. Do they sting? Do you need some help? Deploying defense field. Firing my shot. Crawl! Insult!
Oh yeah.
Join forces? I have zero motivation. My curse is kill. Incinerate. Not watching your six, huh? You've been working very hard. Take your reward. Rapid fire. This is it. Firing my shot. This is my power. The
Also, let's
authority of
crop the
hubris.
top so that you're not wasting all of that for that. So
Watch me, master. Look at me now. Rapid fire. This is it. Firing my shot. Crawl, insult.
let's see here. What else am I missing? Let me look at the Ultimate Beginner's Handbook. That'll kind of give me a clue. Alright, so it was course overview, re-rolling, after the re-roll, Moonlight Blessing, don't have that. I mean, we kind of do, but we kind of don't.
Submit to me.
Joining a guild, Spirit Altar and Abyss, kind of have that. After 10-10, that's like after beating the first story, what next?
I am ice cold, baby. All right,
Pets and auto
let's make
repeat.
this fun.
We don't really have that. Promoting units, I've already got that. Gearing 101, Hunt Expert Challenge, we
As you wish. Small thumbs matter.
kind of have that here, but I don't think it's...
Firing my shot.
I'll need to get the actual wording for it. Would it be better than Demi Luna, Scotty, Luna, either Drakon or Ame? You need the crit chance early on.
Ready for this?
You need 50% crit just from her buff alone. So you need to be running Valentine or Scotty on everything you do for quite a while until you get 100% crit chance on your own. Low-key Eternal is waifu number 1. I could see that. Should do a waifu ranking. Very important. No. You don't do waifu ranking. You do cup size ranking. How dare you rate waifus? We gotta rate cup sizes.
See ya. Everyone, lend me your power.
Who do you think I am?
I distilled into icicle arrows. Do they
Bro, we can get very scientific with that shit.
My curse is kill.
Connection heroes, we don't really have that here.
You've been working very hard.
Specialty change, we don't have that here. Sanctuary is the base building. Who to summon for? Yep, there it is. There's the Wyvern NY. A man of such a fine taste. Yes.
Die, please. Your enemy.
Artifacts 101. The Deanne wins.
I will take their head.
Listen, those are fighting words because I think I need to go check the mass of Dahlia and Luna, because those two are at the damn category. Gearing 102. And then we were about to move into Wyvern 13.
Do you need some help? Deploying defense field. I'm not really a team player. I really don't want to.
All right.
Eliminating enemies.
So
Beginning the hunt. Prepare yourself. Oh, now you're gonna get it! Do you need some help? Deploying defense field. I'm taking your life. My thoughts exactly. Time to take a bath.
after this stage, I'll go look. I want to go look at a couple things.
My curse is kill. Eliminate. You've become so slow. You're literally freezing.
I know 2 places where I can warm up very, very quickly. Just saying. I won't be cold for long. Okay, let's see here. Special requests. Okay. Where I just cover them in general, but I feel like that can get covered in this. Maybe it's just better to condense the information.
The real game starts now. I have
And
become an
actually talk
icon,
more
and
about
world spins with
the
my
process
permission.
than getting the
What should I
units.
change first?
Might be better.
This power is intoxicating.
I'm thinking that might end up being the sauce for that. Is it might just be better to split it into 2. We'll have to see on that one. All right.
Your existence aggravates me. Disgusting thing.
Arise, subjects! Show the world the wrath of dragon!
Target confirmed. One shot, shot kill. Everyone, lend me your power. I'm not really a team player. Necromancers control death. Prepare yourself. It's time to end this.
Here!
So,
The dragon! Draconic firestorm!
Do you need some help? Deploying defense field. Following my shot. Nuisance.
we could look at it like maybe this, perchance. Hold on.
Are you impressed by my new functionality?
Okay. So challenges is 2, 3.
A little more left on the clock.
So challenges is 2, 3.
This is it. Eliminating enemies.
Base building is
You wanna join forces?
3, 1.
Necromancers control death.
Event story is
Beginning the hunt.
event story is 3, 5.
I'm taking your life. Don't look away.
PvP-ness is 4, 6.
Time to take a bath. See ya! Crawl!
Fucking video, please.
Firing my shot.
80 ruins is activated ruins is 5, 1.
You've become so slow. You're literally
Promoting units is
freezing.
just kind of whenever. Gearing 101's whenever. Armor, so this is 5-5. We would be looking at
Our time together is precious. So I'll
Cash
wrap
shop
this
can
up
be
fast.
whenever. Team building can be whenever. Terminus
So it's on One Piece,
Island
man.
is
Firing my shot.
stage 8.
I'm not really a team player. Beginning the hunt.
Special requests.
Firing my shot.
World boss is
Prepare yourself.
10-14.
My thoughts
Which
exactly.
is beat the
A clear crawl.
story. Joint
Eliminating
challenge is
insect. I'll teach you some magic.
7-6. Monad Gate is
This is my power. The authority of hubris.
let's get it in.
It's a pleasure to meet you. Now farewell.
Monad Gate is going to be season
Eliminating enemies.
2.
Crawl, insect. You wanna join forces?
5-16.
Necromancers control death.
Skyward Tower is
It's time to end this.
3-13.
Eliminating enemies.
Elemental Tower is 7-5.
Die, please.
Challenge special request would be 5-5 as well. So, kind of what I'm thinking is
My thoughts exactly. Time to take a bow. See ya! Nuisance.
delete that.
Firing my shot. Nuisance.
Shop.
Shattered to pieces.
So maybe that.
This is my power. The authority of hubris.
Then we move into
Watch me, master.
Because even though you unlock Skyward Tower at 313, you're not going to be beat it at 313. So that's the only reason why I'm not technically putting it directly, because I'm going to talk about it under challenges, but I'm not going to focus in on it until later when you actually have the gear to do it. Because logically, you can't climb all 100 floors without decent gear, and several units level 100. So challenge stages go there.
You wanna join forces?
Elemental Tower would go kind of in that same area.
Small clear crawl insect. Your enemy.
Put the island maybe here.
Crawl insect.
Because if you're doing the special challenges and you're working on clearing up... I was farming some Red Dead Online collectibles before they reset. Just made it in time. Very nice. We're about to reset here on Outerplane too. I need to go check and make sure all my shit's been claimed. I'm pretty sure it has, but is Scotty or Valentine better? They're subjectively equal. It depends on what you're doing. Let's see here. Events have all been claimed from what it looks like. Yeah, okay, we're good. But they're equal. It depends on what you're wanting to do with them. Like, if you're doing certain specific elemental advantage things, then one can be better than the other. But, like, I'm using Scotty right now just to see how it goes. And, I mean, she's a good opener. I would say equal to Valentine. It just depends on what you're doing. You'll need both. But if you're going to be focusing on one, you're probably going to want to do Scotty first. Or not Scotty, Valentine first. Because you need Valentine for the Chimera hunt. Alright, so then...
Ah, it's a pleasure to meet you. Now farewell. This way. Pick up the pace. Eat up. You can leave it to me. Activating safety mode. Firing my shot. Crawl insect. Don't look away. I'm not really a team player. Hellfire, incinerate my enemies. It's time to end this.
Like, I'm thinking kind of like somewhere in here, like that.
Like last powder. You can leave
And then the big thing is, if
Activating
this
safety mode.
is... We can talk about this?
Die, please. This is Sasha requesting more firepower. As you wish. Time to take a bath. See ya! Nuisance. Let's all protect our master. For the fatherland. Dun, 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 dun. You're still breathing? Submit to me.
And then we do...
Target confirmed. One
Cash shop.
I'm not really a team player. I have zero motivation. I'll burn you to a crisp. Your enemy. Nuisance. My curse is kill. I'm good. Not watching your six, huh? It was great seeing you. Now, freeze to death. Don't look away. Eat up. Do you need some help? Deploying defense field. Die, please. Firing my shot. Nuisance. Beginning the hunt. You maggots.
I just got called a maggot. I don't know how I feel about
Like
that.
blast powder. You can leave it to me. Activating safety mode. Let's all protect our master. You want to join forces? I really don't want to. Clearing out the enemies. I'll put you out of your misery.
All right, so that's kind of what I'm looking at right here. Is this? That should give a.
I'm taking.
Damn it, we lost a unit. Who did we lose?
Like blast powder. You can leave it.
We
to
lost
me.
Scotty. That's who we lost.
Activating
Damn it.
safety mode. Don't look away. Firing my shot. Claw insect. I'll finish them off. Die, please. Worthless scum.
Well, now we lost some more.
For the fatherland. You're still breathing?
Oh, we lost everybody. Fuck. All right, now it's time for the reset. Whoops, nope, didn't want to close that off. We wanted to close that off. The Chimera team at Gold Seal of Approval, clearing 4-star blue gear, level 60, finished every fire tombs. Nice, that's awesome. That's great. That's actually really good.
This is great! Let's keep on going like this!
That was literally the same price, whatever. Buy that. We'll buy that to level you up.
This is great!
Buy this to
Keep on
level you
going
up.
like this! This is great! Let's keep on going like this!
Screw it. Gonna leave that be. I still wish they would do a better secret shop. Personally. Like, bring that over from Epic 7. That, I mean, I know people hated it, but Jesus, you could get rerolls a lot easier. I mean, it was significantly better. Yep, I mean, I can't tell you how many times I sat there and redid, rerolled that for hours on end. And boy, did it suck. Boy, did it suck. Weekly book purchasing time. Hooray! Grab these. Yeah. Where is this Ava at? Surely she can be leveled up. Right? And before we get a Demiurge unit. You ready? Gold Spark right here. Nope. One day! You call that enough? Someday you'll get it. Someday you'll get it. But that day is not today. Nope. Alright, let's go check. No, she's 2 days away
Confirmed.
before she transcends to 4. You have 126 red books, 360 blue books, 671... yeah, that's a few books. That'll level a couple units. That'll level more than one. That's all you need to know. You'll level more than one. Sharing is caring. Just remember that. Sharing is caring. Oh, yeah. Let's see. Alright, so we actually gotta bring our big boy pants on for this stage. Let's see, how do we want to beat her? Over 600 molas? That sounds about like what I was sitting on. Wait, hold on. I think we can actually get Eternal to 6-star today.
I'm not accepting requests for curses.
No, not today. Almost. She's close, but not yet. Or excuse me, 5-star plus plus, because heaven forbid they do this the easy way. And now we gotta have the plus plus thrown in there. Wait.
I'm not accepting requests for curses.
Hold on, I just thought of something. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Yeah, it's 6 sets of dupes. I could go elemental advantage into her. No, there wasn't either. That's kind of newish for me. So, when it comes to the banner, I would say to start with, getting all the units and then duping the main core you want is probably the better idea for the most part. But like where I'm at, I'm kind of thinking about dupes because 6 stars are such a pain in the ass. Let's see. If we did cook blue, can we get through it with this? Surely, right? Does it take... No, it's the same amount. What they did is... So, they made it to where you get more progression faster. I literally just got my shit pushed in. That's the only reason why I was actually thinking on it harder. So dupe Air and Eternal. Yeah, I would probably start duping them. Basically what they did is they took out the duplicates costs per each level, and I remember it was like some astronomical number to get the 5-star, but it was all based on pulls. Now they basically made it to where every 150 gets you a little bit of something. So
Time to take a bath. See ya. Yippee! Dive in. You hear that? The drums of war are beating. For the fatherland. You're still breathing? Everyone, lend me your power.
double the power and I just got nuked.
Do you need some help? Deploying defense field. Your enemy.
Combat power doesn't mean mechanics. Oh, that's why that didn't matter. Okay. All right. When all else fails, bring mommy out. You know? Yeah, this is on my main. Yes. This is main, and yes, Diane is monstrous.
Ah, a little more left on the clock. Rapid fire. This is it. I'll finish them off. Do you need some help? Deploying defense field. Are you ready to pay for your insolence? You living trash. Eliminating enemies. Yippee! It's the perfect wave! Here I come! Spill your blood! Beginning the hunt. I'll burn you to a crisp. You can leave it to me. Activating safety mode. Are you ready to pay for your insolence? You living trash! Let's all protect our master!
That immunity would have been great, like, a few minutes ago.
See ya! Drop it in! Ready for some fun? Yeah!
You hear that? The drums of war are beating. Your enemy!
Drop it in!
I'm glad.
Back back!
I wonder what your screams sound like.
Exterminate!
Clearing out the enemies. Oh my god. Oh my god. I'll put you out of your misery. Target confirmed.
One shot, sure kill!
I'll burn you to a crisp. You can leave it to me.
I mean, listen, we're not beating it, but
Punishment for being
we're beating
still
it.
alive. Eliminating enemies. Tell me, what color is your blood? Oh, is it already time for the lashing?
Here I come! Spill your blood!
I'll finish them off.
Accept your punishment for being
Are you still
impertinent.
alive? Everyone, lend me your power. I'll burn you to a crisp. Do you need some help? Deploying defense field. Oh, is it already time for the lashing?
Here I come! Spill your blood!
Clearing out the enemies. Oh my god. Oh my god. I'll put you out of your misery. The fanfare. Tell me, what color is your blood? I'll burn you to a crisp.
Accept your punishment for being
Are you still
impertinent.
alive?
Fight for me,
Everyone. Eliminating enemies. I wonder what your screams sound like. Eat up. You can leave it to me.
This is a little too close for comfort, I'm not gonna lie. This is also why Stella was so fucking OP back in the day.
That expression of yours is delectable. Did you lower your guard? Clearing
We
out
lost
the
this one as well.
Oh my god. Oh my god. I'll put you out of your misery.
Air definitely did most of the damage. Alright, let me think about this. So we've got burns. We can't get rid of them. I'm almost curious if we just race her. I need to get her gear. I think it's on Kappa, actually. No, I don't. We can go put that gear, because that's Air's gear, I think, on her. And then we could bring in... No, Ember is terrible for PvE. She only stops you from being one shot. And I'm not getting one shot. It's the bleeds that are killing me, or the burns that are actually killing me. So I'm more looking at, can I beat her in terms of damage before I actually get nuked?
I have descended.
Let's see here. Helmet comes from... should come from Air, wherever she's at. Alright. There's the helmet. And then we need a sword. $15 speed sword, nice. Not what we want though. Demi Asti was terribly disgusting back in the day. So we're gonna try it out again. Did you try a cleanser with immunity? I think I did. I had, what's her face added in there? That's not what I really want.
I have descended.
Ah, shit. Let me grab the helmet. Let me save it. Alright, we're gonna go pop one of those 5-star boxes with, and grab the thumping knuckles off of this. We're just not gonna do too much to it.
I have descended.
Alright, we're going to... because she needs the attack. Is really what she needs. I mean, that's not a terrible sword. I just don't like the defense on it. So we'll try speed. Okay, that's not terrible.
I'm a returning player. Saw the video on my recommended and decided to drop by live. Do you have stuff like? Do you do stuff like account reviews? Would seriously, I can kind of do it, but the easiest way to do it would be to join the Discord, take some photos of some of your stuff, and I can kind of look over it and see where you're at. But as far as like a full account takeover, I don't do those. Like actually take over your account. You know, I draw a line there. It's technically account sharing, and I don't want to promote that. I know some people do, but that's technically not something I'm good with.
Huh.
It's not a terrible sword. We'll just leave it
I
at
have descended.
that. It gets the point across for right now. And then what is this? Crit chance. I know why we leveled it. See if we can get any of that crit damage. Nope, it's gonna roll into this. I meant, see you later. As soon as you can, honestly. Yeah, so all you need to do is get into the Discord, roll up, and to the mobile game section. Hold on, I've got a... That's a fucking reroll right there. Holy shit. But yeah, drop on in. You'll need to get the rolls and then jump on into the mobile gaming section. There's an Outerplane tab. You can start posting your stuff there, and I'll take a look. All right, so let's try this again and not get my shit pushed in. Conquest request. You must be looking at the festival. Hold on. So this is just spend energy, is what this is. So you're gonna be going all week, spend your energy, and then you get to get 4 of these items. She's a boss killer because she does fixed damage to target's HP and her skills. Yeah, so the issue is I don't have all the stuff to build Beth up right now. So I would be days behind. I'm trying to kind of rush through this. So that's why I'm kind of using sauce that we have to see if we can push through this. Because this is weird. I normally don't struggle on bosses. So we're going to try full Leroy Jenkins real quick.
Biological classification.
And let's see, Kappa, equip, and then Kappa, equip. There's a bingo event that gives an ace ticket for 3-star max anyone to grab as a new player. One of the units that either you haven't leveled up yet, and you want to full send them up to level 100. I used it and I got Scotty up to 100 because she was level 5. Or no, I got Tamara is who I got. So look at who you don't have. And then that's where it kind of comes down to who do you not have and who do you kind of need for one of your teams right now. Like, do you need for...
Now. Give it your all.
Do you need something specific for one of your hunts? Do you need a... Because, I mean, for me, I would be looking at...
Show me the best you can do.
I would be looking at somebody that I need up at level 100 right now is how I would be using it.
You wasted yesterday? No, if you didn't claim anything, then yes, you did. If you didn't claim, or if you did, then yeah, you might kind of be SOL. All right, let's see if this works, because this is a whole lot of crack right here.
By singing the stars, I've arrived! I'll finish them off.
Yeah, let's hope.
Are you ready to pay for your insolence?
Living trash!
Might makes right. Disappear. Trifling beings.
With the fall of the stars, commence! This is humanity's resolve!
Here I come. Spill your blood. I'll burn you to a crisp. Are you ready to pay for your insolence?
Living trash! Exalt Ars Nova! Show me your resolve! For your king! Banquet!
If only you had complied. This is Sasha requesting more firepower.
You didn't claim it? Oh, that sucks. Then yes, you did kind of lose it.
Get lost. How boring. Have you lost the will to fight back? Clearing out the enemies. All the time. I'll put you out of your misery. It's not a big deal.
No, those bleeds are still detonating me. I may have to go build somebody specifically to beat this shit. This is season 2 something another. I'll get the number here in a second.
Sad. I'll finish them off.
7-11 on season 2. And this shit's pushing me in.
Do you need some help? Deploying defense field. Are you ready to pay for your
I almost feel like we almost gotta race her
my shot?
and get immunity out immediately. Like, I feel like I almost need to get, like, somebody who's got immunity that I can get off turn 1 so that I don't get the burns on me, because those burns are what's killing me. I've got the damage to kill her, it's just I can't get past the burns that I gotta figure out. I'm trying to think who I've got that can do this.
I'll burn you to a crisp.
This is where you actually have to turn your brain on for once.
Accept your punishment for being impertinent.
Living trash! Son! Son of the king!
Eliminate.
Elimination! Follow my lead!
How boring. Have you lost the will to fight back?
To break her fast.
Let's all protect our master. Shatter instant. For the fatherland. You're still breathing? Your enemy.
Lead our boundaries!
You hear that? The drums of war are beating. That expression
That's probably this team.
delectable.
Here I come! Spill your blood! Place your fate on the line!
Might makes right. Disappear. Do not resist me. I'll burn you to a crisp. You can leave it to me. Activating safety mode.
Accept your punishment for being
Are you
impertinent.
still alive? Eliminating enemies.
Exceed our boundaries. Wisdom of the king, activate.
Eliminate. Get lost.
Yeah.
This is no fun. My plaything is broken.
I'll finish them off.
Oh, is it already time for
We
the
might get it.
Did you know
Yeah, this is normal. You sent your lineup? Alright, let me check it out.
for the fatherland?
As long as this doesn't kill me, I think we're good.
You're still breathing?
Do not resist.
Alright, we're hanging in there.
Your enemy. Tell me, what color is your blood? I'll burn you to a crisp. You can leave it to me. Activating safety mode.
Accept your punishment for being impertinent. Living trash.
Fight for me, everyone. Everyone, lend me your power.
I'll finish them off. Accept your punishment for being impertinent. Living trash. The strong survive. Disappear. Contemptuous world.
I'll burn you to a crisp.
Oh, do not let me lose here at the very end. For fuck's sake. At least kill it. There we go.
I was able to protect you this time.
Alright. Dimmies are 6 stars. I mean, hey, we got it. We just didn't get it without a death, which just is a gear gap thing. Alright, let me look at these units now. That was ass. Alright, so you have Ember, Ame, Regina, Valentine, Cannon, Gnosis, Nella. You've got Ava, Kappa, Air, Eternal, Diane. I don't know that skin. So in that first unit, I actually don't know who that is. Because I don't recognize the skin. I know it's a Christmas skin, but I don't know whose that is. On that first image. The second image, let's see here. Valentine, Nella. Ren, Meanie, Holy Knight, Deanne, Dracon. You've got Noah. That's Tamara? Okay. Interesting skin. Asti. Another Christmas skin I don't recognize. Because I wasn't playing during the Christmas event. So some of these I'm not quite familiar. Seiron, Eliza, Maxi, Francesca, Otherwise, Leo. You've got a really good account. You've got most all the demis and all the limiteds, for the most part, that matter. Yeah, you're in pretty good shape. What's weird is you don't have Stella.
Fulmination considers
Which was like an OG one we all, an OG one we all chased back in the day. Not saying it's bad, but for some reason, I just see a couple of units. The first is Christmas skin, the last Christmas skin is Deanne Limited. I chose Ava, that's why. Nice. No, I'm saying this Stella, like the Stella. Where is she? This one.
Can I
didn't see her on your list. Unless I'm blowing over it. Hold on, let me check again. That kind of tells me where you were. A little bit, just by looking at it. You didn't get her? There was something that she was locked behind, and that's why a lot of people didn't get her. But the people who did have her, she was fucking menace in PvP. She'd come in and do that, and then she would deal damage according to her speed, and this was also really stupid as well. Like, she was a good unit. Especially for killing cleavers. The quirk system made units so much more powerful. I remember when that was released. See, I don't remember that. Is pen set okay? Pen set is probably a good set for the most part. Like I said, I'm still trying to catch up on gear, guys, because my account's still frozen in like that early year 1 area, so I'm trying to catch up to some of the newer stuff. But from what I understand, the newer sets, they are good. There are certain units that will benefit from it. There are certain units that won't benefit from it. So it's like you will need to eventually have good gear for several of these things for these units, but it's not going to be a one-size-fits-all piece of the puzzle. So that's going to be something to keep in mind. But yeah, no, I mean, overall, you've got pretty much everything I've got. And I mean, we're both missing the collabs and stuff like that. Can you inspect my Ame from your account? It's on my profile. I just want to see the quirks. Okay, let me, friends. And what was your, Nope, that's not you. Nope, that's not you. What was your... Oh, Bruce. Okay, are we not... Okay, that is you. Oh, I didn't recognize the skin. The skin caught me off. I was like, that's not her. That's disgusting. You have 5.5 attack and 292 crit damage. Oh, that's gross. Season 2, hard, episode 4. So you're about where I am, Little Sky. Or, Little Sky. Interesting. Alright, claim that. Energy and dailies. All right. So with that, that pisses me off. The only star I didn't get is that one. The only one I didn't get. Oh, that's gonna trigger me. But I think I'm gear gapped on that one. Like, I'm gonna need better gear, and I gotta figure out, gear, because I can't clear the stage 11s for the special requests. So, don't feel too bad. I'll show you kind of where I'm at. You're about on the same page as me. These are more about, where you are with your teams. The teams matter more than your gear. So, most of the special requests, you just need the right teams. to clear the stage 11s. It's a gear gap, plain and simple. Yeah, that's what I kind of figuring. And then this, I haven't actually, like, attempted to beat. I haven't actually tried to beat these. We will at some point. Just the point is not today. This one, for some reason, keeps fucking me when I try to do it. I'm just barely missing it. So soon we'll be able to get that one done. I think we got this one done. Oops. This one should be 11. Yeah, this one's on 11. This one's, I think, 9. I could not get the 10 of this one. And then we've never tried these two. It's pretty cool they let you use friend units from Hunt 1 to 10. Do they really? Hold on. Oh shit, you can't. Nope. Yes, you can. Alright. Accuracy is a stat we normally didn't use when it came to PvE. That was more of a PvP stat because it was more up to building accuracy builds to beat the evasion fuckers who like to put evasion builds up, and you would never know it was evasion until you hit them, and then you're like, ah, oh, son of a bitch. And at that point, it was too late. Hopefully my 100,000 CP Luna will help. I use 1,000 free pulls to star up better units or just complete the box. So I would actually recommend to not go all the way with 1,000 tickets. So after about 500, you're gonna have a shit ton of units to get, or that are gonna be pulled on your account if you got bad luck. We have other things to discuss, but once you get a pretty established roster pulling through it, I actually probably wouldn't commit it all to dupes right away. I would wait a while, let more units be added before I go after it again and chase. While yes, it will help you 6-star some of them faster, some of the 6 stars aren't gonna make or break where you are in it. And with the fact that you're not gonna have this 1,000 forever, 500 pulls is still a shit ton of pulling, and that's a lot of units. If you can't get all those geared up yet, especially if you're pulling not waifu, after a certain point, waifu can only carry you so far. The gotta catch 'em all will only catch you so far. You still have to get the units level 100. You still have to get the units booked up. You still have to get them transcended. So having 15 units that are great is months worth of work. So I would honestly say pull about 500 and wait. Because they're never going to go anywhere. You're going to have them. And there'll be more units added to the pool that may end up replacing some of the secondary ones. But if it's a full reroll that you're like, I just absolutely have to, then yeah, you just keep pulling until you collect everything, or you try to hard dupe. There is no, I don't think there is a right or wrong way to say to dupe units. I mean, it's a lot of dupes to get a 6-star unit. I mean, a lot of dupes. Yes. That is the go-to place to get it. Is come in here and you use it here. I'll go ahead and do my elf showdown for the day. D. Yep. All right. 10 sweep, and then I think probably wrap up. Okay, because we need to grab that. We'll get this. We'll get some pieces. Ah, that's what we're waiting for. We're gonna dupe somebody with this. Somebody's gonna get our 4-star with that. All right. It is almost right now. They have a buff event for dupes, so only reason to hold off is if you were just trying to save for a new character. But this game gives so many tickets. I always have 200 saved up for a new character. Yeah, I mean that is true. I mean, right now I'm sitting on 495 and 173 personally, with 13,900 after my 2 multis on pulling her. Well, 3. I did 1 the day she dropped, and then 2 the other day. So, I'm gonna go ahead and get going. It's 9 here. I need to get some shit done before I go to bed tonight. So, I think this is gonna be a good stopping point. Wasting resources, trying to 6-star Eternal and Air. I mean, I wouldn't necessarily say you're wasting resources. You're getting them faster, which isn't gonna be a bad thing. I wouldn't go all the way. I mean, today's gonna be what, day 600 of the tickets? So, I mean, there's still 400 left to be given out. Plus whatever else you get and grind out. So, I mean, it's not like you're getting a ton. And plus the dupes, you're gonna get over time, too, with everything coming out. But yeah, I'm gonna get going. Thank you all so much for coming and hanging out. Tomorrow morning, we'll see what we're up to. I need to figure out my schedule on what we're gonna do with the games. Part of me's like, we need to do what we need to do, and another part of me's like, well, do what I think I should do. So, either way, we'll be on around probably between 6 to 8 a.m., somewhere in there, depending on how my morning goes. If I can get all my shit done in time. And it'll either be this or Weathering Waves, probably. Because we'll need to get as much of this done this week as we can before... We're going to be trying Blue Protocol finally on Thursday. We'll be doing Battlefield on Friday. And then things will go back to normal after that. So, y'all, thank you so much for the subscriptions, the follows, all of that. I really appreciate it. I hope y'all have a great rest of your day, night, morning, evening. And for everybody that's been showing up on YouTube and watching the videos now, you guys are awesome. I appreciate it. I did not expect to have that video pop off like that, and that's why I'm trying to get the beginner's handbook out as soon as possible for you all. So yeah, y'all take care, enjoy, and I'll see y'all later.